Welcome to Bear Essentials, and I am Bear Byers. This week we're going to try something new. We're going to cut straight to the countdown. No introduction, no talking about how the rating system works. I'm going to put a link on that. So if you're a content creator, want to know how the points are assigned and everything like we discussed before, you're going to have to check that out in a separate video that I'm going to make later on today. But right now, we're cutting straight to the top 13. Tied at 13 are two players, and the first player is going to be number one from last week was Anytime Gaming. He had an excellent week. This week, he fell to 13th place. That's not a bad thing. It just means that there's some other people that did some more videos than him this week. And remember, just because you're not in the top 13 does not mean you're not one of the greatest creators out there. It just means you made less videos. So with that said, Anytime Gaming got here with 3 build videos and 2 vendor resets, and that's how he ended up here tied with the next guy, which is DJ Tickle. DJ Tickle had 13 points as well, and he got up here with 3 build videos and a very good video on the raid. And the raid is worth more than just streams or commentaries, and that's why they're both tied. One's only a 2-pointer, the other one's a 4-pointer. Together, 2 2s and 1 4. Same thing. Both had 3 build videos. Check out Anytime Gaming and DJ Tickle. No strangers to the countdown in the second quarter of the year, and pretty consistently up here at least every other week. And JEJEZA does a lot more videos than the rest, but they lose some points because a lot of times there's no audio. It's just kind of more streaming. But there's a lot to learn off of checking out the channel that they produce. So you should check him out. 12th place, and he was tied for the next 3 guys with 14 points, just 1 point ahead of the guys in 13th spot. JEJE did it with 7 streams this week. Go to the Dark Zone. We have Clever Thumbs, and Clever does a lot of, he did 1 build video and 5 streams all on Conflict and DZ. So we have a number of people that do the Dark Zone pretty good, and one of them you'll see way up on the countdown, and he covers exclusively the Dark Zone, and that is Frog the God on Xbox. Clever Thumbs does it as well. I think Clever is on PlayStation if I am correct. Don't know that for a fact. It could be PC. I know he's not on Xbox. Talking about streamers, the one up here in 10th place is GC Rocks Clan, and they get together and they stream a lot of what they do in their clan each week. Different people contribute to the second wave, which is a kind of a conglomerate of many people, and of course they're associated with GC Rock. And they used to be on the countdown all the time and did 10, 15, even as many as 20 streams in 1 week. This week, they did 7 streams and ended up with 14 points. And because they didn't do any higher end stuff, that's why they lost on tie breaks. With the very next person, which is his expertise, is mostly doing vendor resets. This is Shadow Gaming. Shadow Gaming did 6 vendors and vendor resets and 1 build. So you might want to check out Shadow Gaming. Usually just has the vendor resets. Did miss 1 day for whatever reason. Does the Cassie Mendoza reset, does the weekly reset, and throughout the weeks does some farm reports, the farm this, farm that, and that's end up here. So In the next position, 18 points, 3 points above those guys, is Dances with Dragons Gaming. Now he's back in more the streaming mode, and he had 9 streams this week for 18 points. Check out Dances with Dragons Gaming, and when you do, tell him the Bear sent you. And he's a younger creator, needs some encouragement, not one of those big conglomerates. In fact, let me take time to tell you some of the people you're not going to see on this countdown. Identity, Coldboy. Even this week, you won't see Patrick Wolf in the top 13. You will see this guy right here. His name is Skills. Not Nothing But Skills, but it is the same person. It's a different channel. Now, why he chooses to do that, I don't know. But Skills was able to make the charts with 5 build videos and 1 about the Ravenous, the exotic, and he ended up here. Now, this is the same Nothing But Skills, but you won't find Nothing But Skills up here because he only did 1 video on his regular channel. I don't know why he does what he does, but he has a way. And What's It Gaming? This is a solid content creator. Did 4 build videos and 1 gear video this week for a total of 5 videos, and that gave him 20 points for the week. A great job with a little bonus in there. What's It Gaming ended up here in 6th place. So 5th place is somebody that I see a lot on the channels. He advertises a lot on Facebook on the channels that some of my stuff is featured on, and I see him a lot. I got your 6. I got your back games, which IGY6 games was able to get up here with 2 news videos, 7 streams, and 1 general video. Congratulations, I got your 6 games. Great job to end up here in 5th place. And like you say, he advertises a lot on different Facebook channels, so you might want to check him out. And talking about checking somebody else out on other channels, there's some great Discords, and Kazakami Van Doom here in 4th place has a great Discord going on for all channels, not just Xbox, PlayStation, PS4. It doesn't matter. If you play The Division, you should be on a Discord, and Kamikaze Von Doom's Discord is now over 1,000 people and hopping. It's a great place to find those channels. But Kazakami is back up here with 2 gear videos, 3 excellent build videos, and 2 vendor resets. Way to go, Kamikaze Von Doom. Now, I told you about the guy that is exclusively about the Dark Zone. He is also on Xbox, like Kamikaze Von Doom, like myself, and he did 6 build videos about different builds in the DZ. So I've had a lot of questions, hey, what do I run in the DZ? What's the meta? What's the anti-meta? And Frog the God might have some of the answers for you. There's other people to check out, like King Macho and Identity. Of course, you know the Vibes on PlayStation 4. These guys all play in the Dark Zone, and Frog the God does nothing but the Dark Zone. So we get to number 2, and that is the guy that's just dominated the second half of the year so far, the second quarter. DJ, and he's dropped the hyphen out of here. We're going to have to change that video this last week or so. DJ Sass is back up in 2nd place again. And you may wonder how he got there. He got there by hitting 30 points this week. Excellent. And most of his videos come from vendor resets. He covers it every day. Being in Australia, his prime time when the the system resets for the day is in the afternoon, in the evening. So it's really easy for him. He don't have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning like Kamikaze does, or if I cover those things on the weekends, you have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to kind of get it out there because it's only good for that one day. Thank you, DJ SAS, for doing that. So number one this week, for the first time in 23 weeks, the top of the top 13 is the creator of the top 13. Bear Essentials with Bear Buyers finally made first place with 32 points this week. A lot of streams, one build, of course this program from last week, and the bonus for doing a weekly recurring program got him up in this spot. Now again, this video was actually supposed to be done Friday, but because of all the stuff happening in real life and all the other videos, and taking the time to get all the numbers right and making sure that nobody was left off the chart that should have been up here, Bear Essentials with Bear Buyers hits number one. So please check out each and every one of these content creators. And again, you're going to miss some of the big guys, and some of them have taken vacations from the game. You know, Jet Forth Gaming, I love Jet, but he hasn't done much since the first few weeks in the season 2. He moved on, kind of got bored of this game, and got into more his first love, which is horror movies and stuff like that. So I hope you don't completely abandon Jet and follow him, especially if you're into horror or game modes like that. He's still covering out there. He's still doing videos. You know the vibes is live on Twitch. He's not doing as many videos. He's doing more streams on Twitch. Mr. Meme hasn't covered Division 2 in 2 weeks at all. Not even a rant. So that is the week 23. We got 2 more weeks for the end of the second quarter. And here I'm going to throw you some numbers, and then I'm going to review the names of all the other creators that made at least one video this week. So I did change my mind. I'm going to run over to the people that just missed the countdown first. Running Butcher, Stalker84 SOT. You know the vibes. The Great DNA, which would have been just his second week on the countdown. He would have almost hit the top 13 2 weeks in a row. And Xbox creator Skill Down, all 12 points. Just that one little point away from making the top 13. So congratulations to each one of those for the hard work that they put into it. Just missing the countdown. Now just one more point behind him, behind those guys, was Clint Flairwoo at 11 points, and the big content creator Patrick Wolf was at 10 with King and Queen Floyd, Xbox creator Sergeant Graybeard, and Tokyo Rogue, which used to cover Division 1 and now is starting to make those Division 2 videos. If any of these people right here would have made just one video, even a stream, anything, they would have been in the top 13. So congratulate to them. Check each one of those out. Now some of the people that are on the countdown that didn't make the countdown but made videos this week, one of the best, NGN, gave us 2 story videos this week. Check him out. Definitely a big fan of his. Jacob R24 just had a few points, but he did make some videos. Division Addiction, always a great guy. Check out his channel, Mutant Cowboy. King Macho was not on the countdown this week, but he did make some videos. Buzz Lightbeer usually only makes out 1 or 2 videos, but they are perfect. Infamous Gaming and Aspects of Skills, also supporters of the channel, made a few videos but missed the countdown. Now, some of the bigger creators, or the guys that are been up on the countdown that did make just a few videos: Gamey Daddy, Ganache Gaming, Lust for Power, Pure Prime, just hit #1 a few weeks ago, Mark of Blades, Gizmo, and Antigo Gamings. These guys are all supporters or big content creators that are usually up in the countdown, and they just miss the countdown. Now, here's some bigger names. The Epic Slayers with his news videos. Coldboy, he's down to making 1 or 2. GS Rock, Plum, Lyrical Fighter, Shania Wong, Nothing But Skills, only made 1 video this week. Wids had just a little commentary and identity. They all made videos, but not enough points to get them up in the countdown. So that's some of the people that the big names you're looking for that made the countdown, and by making a video this week, but did not make the countdown because they just didn't do enough to get these guys knocked out of the top 13 and slide up in there. So as the names go by, you'll see some of the other people, the rest of the 91 people that made at least 1 video this week. And I want to give a little bit of acknowledgement to those people that are still making a video. If it's Born to Game, just 1 or 2 videos. EK Gaming, Boink 12009, D4, Surgeon Breakneck, whoever it is, they're right here, and you can come and see every one of those. Now, as I tell you at the end of every video, please subscribe to each and every one of this. It doesn't cost you a thing. It helps them out and encourages creators to make better videos, to invest the time to give content that you, the creator, want to see and is willing to watch. So support each one of them. And so now we're going to break down the numbers. If you guys want to check those out, these are the numbers for week 23. And remember, we just have 2 more weeks to the halfway done with year 2. This week we had, like we said earlier, 91 creators make 279 videos for 612 points, which again is a record low. We had no guide videos this week, only 2 on exotics, 7 on gears, talents, stuff like that. No hunter videos, and of course 1 great NGN story. So that was more than the week before. All those numbers are down. Then in the Dark Zone, I was just 1 more than last week. 6 on the seasons, which was surprisingly low. 14 on the raids. 60 builds. Again, a lot of emphasis on the builds. That's only 3 down from last week. 12 on news. Vendors, 33 of them this week, which is up 6. Commentaries is still exactly 16 last week. This week 97 streams this week, so there was 98 the week before, and in the general category there was 9 versus 12 the week before. So we're a little bit under the numbers, a little bit less content creating. So I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you share it. I hope you tell somebody, hey, I saw you on top 13. If there's anybody that's on that that made content for Division 2 or even Division last week, during the week of August 3rd through August 9th, they should appear on this video. Now, we're already working on next week's video. Again, this takes a lot of time and effort to look up each and every one of these 325 people now that we have in the Excel sheet. Now, some of them are older creators that haven't made videos in 9-10 months. I still get people say, well, my favorite's macro style. And You know, I use that example a lot, but he's one of those ones that come up every once in a while as being one of the favorites, but he doesn't make content anymore. It's sad. He made consistent, good content a year ago when the game came out. And of course, a lot of these people are talking about content that dates clear back in Div 1. So we know that the state of the game has left us kind of cold this week, and that's going to be a totally different video. And usually this video would be well done before this, but we had a lot of issues coming out. So I want to thank you for sticking around this long. Hopefully you've seen your name up there if you're a content creator. If you're not a content creator, I want to thank you very much, because this is made for you, the players, to kind of encourage these content creators to make videos that you would want to see, that you would help you play the game. I know Vibes helps out his community. I know I get on there, which I will do in just a few minutes, and try to find out if anybody needs exotics, if people or randoms need help, new players need guidance through the game, and I'll point them there, and I'll point them not only to my channel, but I'll also point them to other players. And I highly encourage each and every one of you, whatever system you're on, that should be where you first find that content creator, because they know the little trials and tribulations that each system has. For example, PCs can get headshots a lot easier with clicks and mouses and keyboards. Console players, they have their own special set of skills and their own challenges. And of course, if you're on PlayStation 4, I hear there's some of you that are still stuck in New York thanks to the blue screens and the keener things, that they're still saying, yeah, we're trying to get to it. We got most of them. Dang. I gotta say, this is one of the best games I've played. I was a big Star Wars fan. Of course, I loved the original Star Wars Galaxy. Spent 4 years playing in that universe on many accounts. And of course, they nerfed the game trying to make it console ready, because we played on computers back then. And it really changed the game, and it soon died. And of course, WoW became the big over-the-top game it was, and Star Wars Galaxies was neck and neck, if not ahead of it at one point. It was a thinking man game. You had different skills and sets, and there was different roles you could play and sell stuff to other people that needed items. It was a neat game. This game has the potential to be those kind of games. A lot of you have came and went and said, I ain't playing this game no more. You go play another game, and here you are back again. Now I'm back. Don't feel embarrassed about it. This is a good game. Now, I will be on the bandwagon to say I'm the first one that I'm ready to call Ubisoft and say, get these guys out of this game. You know, if they want to worry about rubber ducks and mods on how we look, next they're going to be telling us that we want facial tattoos, a wider variety. And no, I'm not asking for facial tattoos or any other thing. I want you to fix the game. I want to quit running into invisible walls. I want my fellow content creators and players not to have to be in the middle of a mission, and especially heroic or legendary or raids, and get timed out because your game can't handle it. Give us a variety in the Dark Zone. Give us some stuff that you know, if you want to go and shoot with your gun and don't want to worry about skills, make one of those 3 Dark Zones, or make a total 4th Dark Zone nothing but skill zone free. You got the technology, you got the EMPs, you got a beautiful game. You got some great concepts here. You can take it in 1,000 different ways, and you have a bunch of players and a bunch of content creators, over 300 of them, that are willing to give you ideas how to play this game. Devs, I don't know how many hours you got playing your own game, but this man right here talking right now has over 3,300 hours played on that console in this game. That's not counting what I did on PC. That's not counting the hours that I put on PlayStation 4. That's not counting the hours that I've done these videos trying to explain to people things that isn't easy concept. There are things that you just leave out there and don't tell anybody they exist. They got to figure out. They got to stumble on top of them. So devs, get your act together. Massive, this is a great game. Get out of the way of your great game. Get some content in here that keeps the game alive and gives you the credit for the great game that this is. Please. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Again, I told you I was going to leave this a little shorter. Thanks for hearing my rant at the end. I am going to make a separate video on the scoring system instead of include that in there and keep this a little shorter. I'm trying to shoot that target and try to get all these names and all these shout outs under 20 minutes each week. Again, we're a little over it this week, but definitely we got to get this under a half hour for sure. For those of you that's listened this long, love you. Love each and every one of you. If you just jumped on here to be a fanboy to your favorite fan, kudos to you for supporting your content creator. But again, there's many more content creators out here that need your love and support and need encouragement to become maybe your next favorite content creator down the road or their next video. Again, this is Bear Essentials. I am Bear Byers, and thank you for Top 13 and giving some love. Peace out and be safe.